Have you ever walked up to your parents to tell them about your college plans? Well, I'm sure that most of us, if not all of us, have. But have you ever experienced your parents shake their heads and say no to your college plans? Well, I have. I'm sure that most of you can mention some fields on the top of your head that where parents usually start to crease their foreheads and try to form the right words to disagree with your opinions. Well, today I would like to talk about my passion, the fashion industry. I live in the suburban area of Jakarta. Every day we see middle-class people trying to make a name for themselves in their own fields of expertise. Doctors, chefs, actors, singers, and among that list, fashion designers. My parents and I have seen a handful of them who are trying to pay the rent from what they have earned that month, which frankly is not much. Somehow, the assumptions they make in the car on the driveway home is enough to convince them that their daughter will end up the same like they did, and that they would rather die than witness that. I know my parents mean well. They would not like to see their youngest daughter scraping for money and trying to sew clothes that are never going to sell. But what they don't understand is that fashion is a long-term commitment. People have always viewed fashion as something that is indulgent. That fashion is only something you admire if your family doesn't have any background in fashion. Fashion designers, or anyone who is trying to make it in the fashion world at this point, are not going to be successful just by snapping their fingers or batting their eyelashes. There is no dowry in fashion. You can't just pass down an entire empire to your kids and expect them to run the same way that you did. Unlike business, there is no exact theory. It takes time and perseverance to be able to reach the level where Karl Lagerfeld and Anna Wintour is now. It's not even going to be easy to become the girl like Andrea Sachs, who is from The Devil Wears Prada, who runs around getting coffee, steak, and even unpublished Harry Potter manuscripts. There are no charts and graphs where we can predict the upcoming problems and try to make the solutions beforehand. There are no symptoms that can be medicated early or prevented. Even when we see the trends that are potentially coming up in the next fashion world far ahead, we are still utterly shocked when it really does come. And parents do not like that uncertainty. They want something that has a concrete path, something that can be solved with a calculator, or something that can be found in the textbooks. So now the question that remains is, how can we change that point of view? Start by looking into the mirror and ask yourself, have you changed your point of view? And then start changing their perspective. Introduce them to the real fashion industry, an industry that is not just about clothes, patterns, or colors, but also an industry that is about perseverance and hard work. Change your perspective, and you can also influence the world to change their perspective. It's not enough just persuading your parents to pay for your fashion major tuition. We need to change the world's perspective that fashion cannot be taken seriously. When in all honesty, fashion has fed numerous people and paid the rent for numerous people. Fashion is a part of the world, no matter how small you think it is. It's not just about pretty clothes made out of expensive fabrics and delicate stitchings. It's also about shaping the world one confidence at a time. Thank you.